This CNN podcast is brought to you by Waste Management. From everyday collection to environmental protection, think green. Think Waste Management.
I've just been reading a lot of his books and just a lot of his background. It's interesting, obviously. Admittedly, just how does someone become the Dalai Lama? These were questions that I had that I started to research, and ultimately out of pages and pages of notes I condensed into these two notes. That's what it is for me, and these are just sort of my thoughts in my head and sort of directions that I want to go with him. But I think I've been preparing for this probably for a couple of weeks, just sort of off and on.
I'm CNN medical producer Matt Sloan. We're here at the Ritz-Carlton in Atlanta, and we're setting up for an interview with His Holiness the Dalai Lama. So as you can see, there's quite a bit of activity going on here. We've got our lights and our audio being set up right now. In about 2 hours, His Holiness and Dr. Gupta will be sitting in these chairs right here. When we're doing an interview with a dignitary, oftentimes we'll have to go through a lot more hoops with security. So we got here about 3 to 4 hours early. We've gone through security, then they'll have to bring in the security dogs to sniff the room and make sure everything's safe in here before they bring His Holiness in. A lot of setup that goes into it, certainly more complicated than just your standard interview. So right now I'm actually sitting in for the Dalai Lama, letting them play with the lighting on my face before he gets here.
Well, it's interesting because it's so far extremes here, actually performing brain surgery and talking to the Dalai Lama. You know, you think of religion as being so predicated on faith, whereas science is so predicated on facts.
His Holiness is very interested in scientific matters, and I think by talking with our medical correspondent, it's something that he can really sort of delve into more deeply.
But there was news, there was science, there was religion, there was spirituality. It was a fascinating discussion.
I'm Wolf Blitzer. Every weekday, I wrap up the stories rocking the political world in our new video podcast. Go to iTunes or CNNPolitics.com and be sure to subscribe to CNN equals Politics Daily.